Hello everyone, I'm SCP-Man11. Uh, this is the guide to how to counter every SCP in Rbreach, which is going to be just a two-part series, which is a mini-series for the guides to Rbreach. And I do have a very funny video planned, oh my goodness. It is typical colors too, so you might not be into that, but I have that planned, so stick around, I guess. But anyways, let's get on to our video. And a disclaimer, some SCPs in this video may have lots of ways to counter them. Just because they have lots of ways to counter them does not mean I know they are not a bad SCP. I did not list every single way to counter each SCP. If you want to know more ways to counter each SCP, consider checking out the SCP-Rbreach wiki. Thank you. Now onto the video. So we're starting off with SCP-049. Ways to counter this SCP. Number 1, keep your distance. SCP-049 requires you to be close to him so that he can hear you. Number 2, listen very carefully for his breathing around doors and walls. Number 3, open the door and back to a safe distance away from it every time you come across the door. And number 4, try locking them in a room. That's cool for all the SCPs. And number 5, be Beta 7, aka Mass Hatters. Now SCP-049-2, ways to counter this SCP. Number 1, do not fall for it. Running away. It will most likely lead you to other SCPs who are more capable of killing you. Number 2, because of SCP-049-2's low health and low damage output, you can engage it very close up. Don't do this if you have low health. I tried. This is from personal experience. Number 3. If there is a group of SCP-049-2s, keep a good distance and shoot them. If they start rushing, make sure they fall back while shooting. And if you get caught in the group, well, you're gone. I'm sorry. I'll pay my respects later. And number 4, try locking them in a room. Now moving on to SCP-610. Ways to counter this SCP. Number 1, keep a very, very far distance away from SCP-610s or just 610. 2, try listening for their gurgling. I don't know what that is. Is that gurgling sound? It sounds like gurgling. But it is very loud and easy to hear from a distance. If you hear the gurgling, or googling, as I almost pronounced it, be prepared to shoot, or if you don't have a weapon, run. Number 3, use SCP-500-D, which can cure SCP-610. Don't use SCP-500-D until there are no more SCP-610s in your area you're in, or once you use it, you may get infected again right after, which is annoying. From personal experience. And number 4, try locking them in a room. And number 5, be Beta 7, aka Mass Hatters. Now we're moving on to SCP-035. Ways to counter this SCP is number 1, standing over SCP-035's mask will prevent players from picking it up. This may work sometimes, and sometimes it won't. Number 2, ignoring the urge to pick up SCP-035's mask once it has dropped. I did misspell that sentence. That was my bad. And number 3, when engaging with SCP-035, SCP-035 has more health than you. Make sure to bring a shotgun or some high-damaging weapon. Number 4, try to deal with SCP-035 just like you would with a normal human roll. Beat them up or something. And SCP-106, ways to counter this SCP. Number 1, stay away from SCP-106. He requires you to be close to him so he can send you to his pocket dimension. Number 2, listen very carefully for his breathing around doors and walls. Number 3, remember that he can teleport anywhere. Not anywhere, but away, though it takes time for him to teleport away. Shoot him while he's trying to teleport away. This will work, especially when there's a whole bunch of lag. I always hate it when lag happens. It must be an SCP themselves. Number 4, always stay away from the doors, just like SCP-049. Open the door and quickly run back. Also, try not to leave the door closed, and if SCP-106 behind it, don't get too close. Number 5, camping their exit may be a good or bad idea. SCP-106 may teleport to it when they are low or under heavy fire. And that's all, folks. Thanks for watching. I do have that funny video of gameplay coming up. It's in the process of trimming and editing. Yeah, this video will probably release for it, but on a side note, the 20 subscriber and 2,000 views, what's it called again? Special will be will be releasing probably next week or shortly the week after that. I have no idea. I haven't been working on it since I've been busy with other stuff. But also, yeah, I just have a bit more video days. This video, especially this video, was very fun to make. I had a blast making this. So with that all said, thank you for watching. Farewell. Well, I didn't add a farewell screen. Well, I added a farewell screen. I just forgot it. Anyways, farewell.